Hi everyone, welcome to our reading and writing class, and I'm going to be your teacher for this class. So first of all, we're going to be using a book titled On Point Reading and Critical Thinking Skills. We will start with Unit 1, which is titled Technology. We will use the first 4 pages of this unit, and the subtopic is Early Adopters, Leaders or Fools. So let's start. Firstly, this is the book. This is the book I will use. Never mind that it's written teacher's guide. It's pretty much the same thing with the actual student's book, okay? I will definitely make use of the book throughout our lessons and throughout our PowerPoints. Just a few announcements. Firstly, I will also make sure the videos are not longer than 20 minutes, okay? I will really try. I will try. But you guys know how much I like talking to you guys. So firstly, I need you guys to watch the PowerPoint lessons in video format, which is what you are already doing right now. I will also include some activities, and it is important for you to participate in the activities because it will affect your actual homework, okay? And then when you're done watching the videos, please complete your homework. It will be due every Monday. It will be due every Monday. Therefore, for this video, your homework is due on Monday, 25 May by 11:59 p.m. And on my part, I will also upload your lessons every Monday so that you have 1 full week to complete your homework, okay? Now, when it comes to submitting your homework, you guys know me well enough. I will honestly accept any format. If you have a laptop or a desktop, then you can edit the Word document, which is your homework. You can edit it and type your answers. If you don't have access to a laptop or a desktop and you're watching this using your cell phone, that is still okay. For the homework, you can just write down your answers, take pictures and upload the pictures. I do not mind. What I want is to know that you did the homework because it will affect your scores. I will take scores for your homework and I will add that to your actual work when we start the term in July. So you have to complete your homework. It will affect your scores when we open the term in July, okay? All right, so because we are learning via Google Classes, at the start of our lesson, I will tell you what the objectives are. Basically, lesson objectives refer to the question, what am I going to gain from this class? What am I going to learn from this PowerPoint? For this PowerPoint, I want you guys to improve your reasoning skills, okay? Basically, reasoning skills refer to how you would explain something, okay? For example, in M1, if you were to be asked, why do you drink water? Your reasoning would be, I drink water in order to stay hydrated. I drink water because I love it, okay? That's your reasoning skill. But because we are now in M6, I want to stimulate your thought processing skills, and we're going to start with the topic early adoption technology, okay? So in order for us to continue, I need you guys to know the meaning of the key phrase early adopter of technology. If you don't understand this key phrase, it will be difficult to continue. It really will be quite difficult to continue. So let's break it down and I will define each term. Okay, I will define each term. So the first term is early. Early means first or before time, okay? And then the second one is adopter. This is a person that chooses to follow something or take care of something. Another example of an adopter is when you get a new cat or a new puppy, even a rabbit or a goldfish, you start taking care of it, right? That is a doctor. You choose to follow something or take care of something. And the last part is technology. You guys know what technology is. That is scientific knowledge, applied science, or engineering. Examples of technology. Learning online, this is part of technology, okay? Another example of technology is social media and our gadgets and devices. So now, an early adopter of technology is simply someone that buys technical gadgets the moment that gadget is on the market. An example, do you know anyone in your classroom or just outside of the classroom, and that person will buy the latest phone as soon as the phone is released? That is an early adopter of technology. The moment a device is on the market, they buy it. They just buy it immediately. That is an early adopter of technology. So for our e-discussion, we will refer to page 3 in our textbook. Because we are doing this online, for the discussions, what I will do is that I will look at two sides of the question. We will have the affirmative side, and affirmative basically means you agree, okay? You agree with the topic. And then I will also look at the non-affirmative side, which means you disagree. Our discussion topic from page 3 is, should people buy new technology as soon as they can? On one hand, we say affirmative. People should buy new technology as soon as they can. Why? Why should people buy new technology? It makes life easier. You can complete tasks in a short time, and it's easier to do your work. You stay updated with trends. You know what is happening around you. You can download the latest applications. You can download the latest information and download the latest songs, watch the latest movies, so you are updated. And lastly, if you can buy it, why not? If you have the money to buy new technology, why not? If you can afford to buy a new phone, a new car, a new laptop, you should do it, right? So that is affirmative. You agree with the topic. On the other hand, I would say no. People should not buy new technology as soon as they can. That is non-affirmative. Why should people not buy new technology? Firstly, that is considered overconsumption. Overconsumption means that you do something or you use something more than you should. It's above the limit. That is overconsumption. You are using something or doing something more than you should, and it is now a bad thing. So it's not good to buy new technology the moment it is released. Another reason why you should not buy technology as soon as you can is that it will create a feeling whereby a person becomes less content. That is lack of contentment. Lack of contentment means that you are no longer humble, you are no longer polite. If you get something new, you tell everybody, you show off to everyone. People should know that you got the new iPhone 12. People should know that you got a new laptop. That means you have a lack of contentment. So, in your opinion, what do you think? Do you think people should buy new technology as soon as they can, or they should not buy new technology? They should just wait a little bit, like just chill. Don't buy the latest technology. Wait a little bit. What do you think? What is your opinion? Should people buy new technology, or should people not buy new technology as soon as they can? Okay, so now I would like you to have a better understanding of what is known as Generation X versus Generation Z. Please don't worry if someone else pronounces this as Z and someone pronounces it as Z. To my understanding, British English pronounces this as Z, and then American English would pronounce this as Z. I personally pronounce it as Z, okay? So what do we mean when we say Generation X? Generation X refers to people that were born between mid-1960s to early 1980s. These people are considered to be part of Generation X. And then we have people that were born around late 1990s up to the early 2000s. These people are called Generation Z. So you guys are part of Generation Z, right? Because you guys are in M6, so you were born either in 2002 or in 2003. Yep, you guys are part of Generation Z. For this activity, what I want us to do is that I have given you a list of characteristics that relate to either Generation X or Generation Z, okay? So we'll go through all of them at the same time, and what I want us to do is to match the characteristic with the relevant generation, okay? I want you to match each phrase. For the first one, can you tell me which generation frequently uses 3D face identification on their cell phones, on their laptops, and on their cameras? I will definitely say Generation Z. The characteristic frequent 3D face identification uses is relevant to Generation Z. Next one, in 1991, the internet became publicly available. Which generation relates to this characteristic? Generation X or Generation Z? I would say Generation X. And then traditional learning in classroom relates to Generation X again. And then innovative examples of augmented reality. Augmented reality basically refers to doing things using the internet that you could also do in person. For example, you guys can shop online. You can do your shopping using Big C online. That is part of augmented reality, doing things online that you could possibly do in person. So innovative examples of augmented reality is relevant to which generation? I would say Generation Z. That's you guys. And then next one, communication methods. Which generation made use of writing letters and using payphones? I would go for Generation X. So the last one, social media marketing. I would say the generation that uses social media marketing more is definitely Generation Z, okay? Now for the next one, we are going to complete a vocabulary review, which is on page 3. We are going to define the underlined terms using the possible answers A, B, or C. So we'll quickly read through them and you guys will take a chance and choose your answers, okay? So number 1, don't underestimate the cost of being an early adopter. What is the meaning of underestimate? The answer would be A, view as less than it is. To underestimate means that you don't think it will be more or it will be excessive. You think it will be less. Number 2, some consumers want to invest in the latest technology immediately. Consumers would be C, customers. Consumers are people who consume something, they buy something, okay? So people who buy things are customers. Number 3, the first versions of a device are usually expensive. A device is a machine. This can be a little bit confusing because some people would mistakenly choose program. A program is a software. This is inside of a device, okay? A program is inside of a device. So a device is a machine. Number 4, companies presumably want to recover their production costs. Presumably means either A, usually, B, likely, C, finally. The answer would be likely. To presume means you are assuming something. It's not yet a fact, but it is possible, okay? That is presumably. It is not yet a fact, but it could be. So I presume that our lesson will be around 20 minutes. It's not a fact, but it could be possible, okay? That's the meaning of the term presumably. Number 5, companies get a lot of their revenues from early adopters. What's the meaning of revenues? Income, creativity, or support. Revenues means income. Number 6, after cutting prices, they can shift to the next stage of marketing. The term shift means add, apply, or move. What do you think? To shift is to move. When you shift something, you are moving it from point A to point B. You're changing it, you are moving. Number 7, most customers stayed neutral, waiting to see which product would win. Neutral means supporting neither side. You are not supporting anything. For example, the discussion we just had, you had to choose either affirmative or non-affirmative, whether you were supporting buying technology or not buying technology. Maybe someone said, I don't support anything. That means you were neutral. You were not supporting anything, okay? Number 8, the last one. Which products survive and which die is often arbitrary. Please try to pronounce the term arbitrary. What's the meaning of arbitrary? The answer would be A, not based on reason, okay? Not based on reason. Arbitrary basically means that it's random. Something is random. We don't have a reason for it. It just happened. We don't know how, but it just happened, okay? So this is our vocabulary list using page 3. Now, before we finish, as part of your homework, you will see this as part of your homework. We are going to cover just half of this article. This is the first article in our textbook. So we're just going to cover half of it, and then we'll cover the other half in our second lesson because it's quite long. My goodness, the article is 2 pages long. And you guys know I always say this. I don't trust you. I know you will not read the whole thing. So please read just this part up to 50% within just a few months, all right? Just half of the article. But don't worry, I've also put this in the actual homework document, so it's still okay. Please take a look at your homework and make sure that you complete it by Monday, 25 May, 11:59 p.m., okay? You will have 4 activities. You have to complete 4 activities because if we were having our normal classes, I would see you guys 2 times, right? And you will have 2 activities. But because I'm not seeing you guys face to face, I need you guys to complete 4 activities online, all right? So please check for your homework in the homework folder, and the document is titled 1, Vocabulary and Reading Passage Homework. Again, I do not mind how you decide to do your homework. Either you can edit the document and re-upload it, or you can write on paper and take pictures and upload. As long as you complete the work, write your nickname and your student ID, I will be very happy, okay? Thank you guys, and see you next class. Bye.